Research 101 – Planning Your Research. Hello! In this video, you'll learn how to get started with planning your next research project. When you get an assignment or project that involves research, it can often be difficult to figure out where to get started. By creating a plan you can follow, you'll be able to tackle your next project with ease. Here is a sample research project timeline. Analyze, decide, find, outline, review, revise, and check. Start out by analyzing your project's prompt and identify the main things your research will need to cover. Decide on a topic that fits within the scope of the paper. Find some sources that line up with your topic of choice. Outline the paper by writing a rough draft. Review your draft for any errors and fill in any missing information. Revise your draft for grammatical, spelling, and citation errors. Check it one last time and then submit. Let's dive a little deeper into the first few steps of this process: analyzing the prompt and deciding on a topic. When analyzing the assignment prompt, make sure you've read it thoroughly so you don't miss any important pieces. Make sure to mark down the deadline on your calendar and make sure you have enough time set aside for working on it. Think about the purpose of the paper or project, as this will influence your decision for the topic. If the assignment has a set length, keep this in mind for topic decisions, as well as for future source gathering, as the more pages, the more sources you'd need. Sometimes the assignment will include a source minimum, so be on the lookout for that too. If you have any questions about the assignment, be sure to ask your instructor or professor as soon as possible, instead of waiting until the last minute. Now that you've analyzed the prompt, you'll need to decide on a topic. Make sure the topic is within the scope of the paper, as you'll want the topic to not be too broad, which would make a paper longer than the page limit, or too narrow, which would make it hard to reach a page limit. You should also set aside enough time to pick your topic, as picking a topic can sometimes be difficult and involve its own research. To get started with brainstorming a topic, select a few of the key words from the assignment prompt or things related to the class. You can put these words into a Google Scholar search or database search to help you locate some similar research you can use to inform your own assignment. If you're finding too many results, or that the topic you've selected is too broad, try narrowing down your research results by changing your search parameters. This could involve only looking at more recent research, only looking at certain source types such as books, magazines, peer-reviewed journals, etc., adding more terms related to the topic, or simply changing your topic as a whole. When formulating a research question, consider the prompt again, as well as the search terms you used for your final search on the topic that you ultimately chose. Select the research problem you're going to address in your project and consider the impacts this problem currently has. Finally, write out the question you aim to answer in your research, ensuring it's clear, focused, and fits within the constraints of your assignment. Now that you've got your research planned and your questions selected, you're ready to start finding sources. Finding sources is covered in another video. Thanks for watching!